The following is an opinion show, and nothing said in this show should be taken as fact or be taken literally. They're just goofing around, trying to have fun. You do like to have fun, don't you? Also, this show is not for kids, so listener discretion is advised. Welcome to this week's episode of Geekus Speakus, everyone. My name is Dean.
And I'm Brian.
Welcome back. How was
Hey.
Any listener probably noted we were on a slight hiatus because all my family was here.
Yeah, how was that?
I love them. I miss them. I really enjoy my alone time again. So take the good with the bad.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha.
I can't wait to see them again, but I also really like having my solitary moments, which I didn't really get when they were visiting. Nothing against them, of course. It's just when family's around, you have to be around.
See, I want people to visit me because there's shit to do where I live, but I always end up visiting other people because all of my friends are broken poor.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I am on the reverse end. I'm usually broken poor. Or cheap.
So I have to be the one to go to there, and where they are, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, pretty much. Depending on when you go, though, I got my brother into one of the local breweries, so that was kind of cool because they serve the type of beer he likes. So he was all up into that. Plus,
Nice.
yeah, he really likes sour beers. So the local
Oh,
brewery.
I love sour beers.
Local brewery
I
Go ahead.
My usual I will usually ask if they have a good sour on tap when I'm at a bar, and I've found some really good ones here.
About the local brewery, about an hour from where I live, has about 2 or 3 of them, just on
Nice.
tap. Yeah.
Oh,
They
what's the
also-
name of the brewery?
Mother's Brewery.
Mother's Brewery.
Yeah, out of Springfield, Missouri. We're not paid by them, listeners. Everyone. It's a local brewery. I really like them. They're pretty cool. So, and they got some sours. I don't think they sell out in the Portland area though.
Probably not, but we have some locals that are sour as well. We have a ton of local breweries here.
Yeah.
It's per capita a seriously large amount, but it has something the laws are weird here, so it's like you can get everybody has their own craft beer, and every bar serves full food, a full full kitchen. You can get really good food at the bars here.
I gotcha. Yeah. I will say this. I miss them, but I'm really glad I'm alone. But
No, I gotcha.
let's I would love to explore more what happened in the last 2 weeks, but we have a shit ton of news to go over.
Yeah, we do. We got a ton of news. Well, SDCC. Other news for me. Friend of the show, Laura, and my best friend Al had their wedding, and that was really nice.
Congratulations.
But yeah, that was probably the biggest thing on my end. And well, we have a lot of news because SDCC hit.
Yep. And not just SDCC, but SDCC? San Diego Comic-Con? Okay, you got it right.
Yeah, that's what SDCC stands for.
Yeah, when I got that, I wasn't sure if I got the letters right, if I got too many D's or C's. Anyway, we have a lot of news from that, and then in our 2-week hiatus, a shit ton of news dropped, not just from San Diego Comic-Con, but a lot of other news just in general. So this was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this. So let's go ahead and start with trailer talk.
Trailer talk.
Okay.
Oh, I tried putting these together in the best order I could, so it kind of flows. But first one we got is Christopher Robin.
Yeah. Okay.
This trailer still tugs at my heartstrings.
Actually, I think it came out a few days ago, the actual movie. And while I was definitely on the fence, I'm now okay, you're finally pulling those nostalgia strings.
Especially with that silly old bear line, like, oh, fuck you. Pulling out the nostalgia like that.
Yeah, I'm just like my heart can't take it.
Yeah.
I hopefully can go see it soon. I want to see it. I've heard some people complain online like, "Oh, the real Christopher Robin didn't actually like these," and I'm like, I don't care about the real Christopher Robin.
Yeah, this isn't about
I
what
don't.
the Christopher Robin would like. This is about what I like.
And it's the fictional character growing up, you dumb nuts.
Yeah, not the literal person. Excuse me. Uh,
Um,
I'll probably watch.
and what was it the
this
other one I
later.
heard was this is probably the best out of all the movies to fake sincerity. This is the one that probably does it the best.
Jeez.
All right, do you have anything else to say, or shall we move on?
Now let's go and move on.
Fantastic Beasts 2.
Um, serious question. Well, I think he's an alright actor. Why do we give Johnny Depp every weird role ever?
I don't know. Honestly, he shouldn't be in this role. They should have kept because what the guy who on the first Fantastic Beasts, what's his face was being disguised as someone else. Was it? I have to look it up real fast. I can't remember the actor's name. Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell was playing the guy that Grindelwald was disguised as, and then he turned into Grindelwald, and I'm like, he's way less intimidating now.
Yeah.
Now he's weird looking.
Yeah.
I was more afraid of the other dude.
Yeah. What's going on here, guys? What's the deal? I don't know.
I mean, seeing young Dumbledore teaching Newt was kind of nifty, but yeah, overall, I'm just kind of like, I might see it. I liked the first one. Like, honestly, the first one's probably my favorite Harry Potter movie.
Right.
Mainly because it's not dealing with Harry Potter and his ragtag group of friends.
I mean, America was based on the concept of a ragtag group of friends. My friend there. That's what we're based on patriotism. Now, okay, I'm done. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's definitely one of those situations where I found the world of Harry Potter more interesting than Harry Potter.
That's exactly how I feel, and I felt the first movie made the world bigger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool. I want to know more about this world. I just don't want to deal with those characters.
Yeah. Well, I didn't no problem with the original characters. You know, I was like, this is a fine story, very coming of age. You know, but it's literally one of the situations where I found the world more interesting than the actual story that was going on. Especially while reading the books, because I read all the books, because I was a giant nerd in the middle school.
I read all the books too.
Welcome to the Giant Nerd Club.
Speaking of that, like, friend of a friend says he listens to this, and that was kind of cool, because he's like, yeah, Giant Bombcast doesn't update enough, and I'm like, wait, we got mentioned in the same sentence as Giant Bombcast? What's going on here?
I found out that my niece listens to my show, and now I feel the need to censor myself.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I have to be an example, don't I? Fuck. So, I'll probably switch out some of the cuss words for non-cuss words. Damn it.
Should we move to the next one? Marwin. Never heard of this.
Neither have I.
But it looks good.
Yeah.
Also, you know what I found out today? Steve Carell is only 4 years younger than Angela Bassett.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Angela Bassett is, right?
Not at the top of my head.
She was Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast.
In the remake they did?
No, the original.
I thought it was Angela Lansbury who did the original.
I thought it was too. Give me a second. That might be mixing people up. But yeah, no, it turns out like he's... Oh no, Angela Bassett is I'm getting my people mixed up. I'm sorry. She's the Queen Mother in Wakanda movie.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Basically, he looks like a lot younger than her.
Mm-hmm.
But he's only like barely younger than her. It's weird.
Huh.
I didn't realize, and it's where their career started is what throws me off, because she started her career way before he did.
Right.
And I didn't realize how old he was starting his career.
He did it, and it started in his 40s, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he went from something else to, like, comedies. He started, I mean, his big break was on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And then just kind of branched out to movies and shows and whatnot.
Yep. But yeah, the Marwan looks good. And I can't believe I mixed up Angela Lansbury with Angela Bassett.
I say it's not the same. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're going to
I
get
feel
tweeted
bad.
at now, probably.
I'm the one that's getting people mixed up.
This will be a short example. I'm sure here in the future I'm gonna fuck that up. We're gonna flip the duality of the situation. The next one, I'm sure.
Oh no, Marwan. It looks pretty good. Guy gets the shit kicked out of him. I actually had somebody I knew in high school who had that happen to him, where he had the shit beaten out of him and had like massive brain damage.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah. But it looks interesting.
Right.
All right.
It looks pretty good, and Steve Carell can do drama, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I might keep an eye out on it. I'll wait for the next trailer. I might try to see it at some point. I may not go to the theater for it, but I'll try to see it.
Right. Let's go and move on to the next part. I'm sure you're excited about this one.
Oh yeah, Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah!
Yep.
It's not the first time they've all been in the same movie together. But like, I was watching the trailer, I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, Rodan, I love Rodan. Oh, Mothra, where's King Ghidorah? There he is!
Yep.
Because King Ghidorah is my favorite kaiju.
And we're getting a movie with all of them in it, and it's a sequel to the 2014 movie. I guess. I don't know why they need to
Oh
make
yeah, no, it's a sequel. It's part of the same universe.
Yeah. I didn't like the 2014 movie. I'm sticking by this, but who knows? Maybe this will be good. Got Godzilla throwing down with Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. I like the 2014 one, and this one looks even better.
All right. Let's see. Do you
Oh
to
yeah. So this next one, they're doing the Dragon Ball Super movie, and they're making Broly canon. And you're like, but I thought Broly was already canon. Like, no, the movies weren't canon. They were never canon. They were like side stories or like what if movies. And this is, and what I'm glad for this one is, I think Team 4-Star said it best. He's so cool, but he's so stupid.
Can we just not have Broly existing? I would have been perfectly happy with Broly not existing in canon.
See, this does it for both ways. They're completely rewriting his story and keeping him for the people who love him.
I guess. I mean, I really feel like there are better villains they could be working with, but
people like Broly because his power is maximum. Also, Funimation went on record saying they're going to try to fit that line somewhere into the movie.
I'm not surprised by that.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. It's like whenever they put a Cernic the Hedgehog in the new Sonic game that came out like a year or two ago. You know what I'm talking about,
right?
The internet meme Cernic.
Yeah.
They're doing that shit now. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, the it's the really bad drawn one, and it's on the it's great. I love when they start using it. When they make references to the memes.
Yep. Just do yourself a favor and never Google your name and then the hedgehog.
Oh together. No! Everyone should do that right now.
No,
pause the podcast, go to Google, and search your name, the hedgehog.
Don't do it. Save yourself.
And then tweet us back at Geekus Speakus the picture of who you found. I hopefully something comes from this. But search your name, the hedgehog, on Google, and then save like the first picture you find that's a poorly drawn DeviantArt character, and tweet us that picture. Please keep it safe for work.
Yeah, SFW guys. I don't want us to get, the Twitter people all over us, but indecent shit you can find online. We got off subject. Screw Broly. That was my subject. That's all I got to say. Yeah.
Powers maximum.
Powers maximum.
So keeping in the crazy superpower people, we got the third one in an unexpected trilogy from M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Glass.
This looks decent.
Right?
Surprisingly, I have very low expectations of M. Night Shyamalan. This looks decent. Surprisingly.
Yeah, no, it totally does, and that's so weird.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I go into a mirror universe where he's a good director again? I don't feel like
Right?
it. Yeah.
Well, I need to watch Split, because
Yeah.
apparently Split was really good, and hinted at it was being in the same universe as, well, more or less directly hinted that it's in the same universe as Unbreakable, and people were like, wait, what?
Yeah. And this is supposed to be also in that same universe from what I hear. Rumor has it.
Well, if you have if you watch the trailer, that's Bruce Willis, and it is the character Mr. Glass. And then you have the guy from Split in there as well. It is confirmed.
I've never seen Unbreakable or Split.
Okay, well, Unbreakable was the character of Bruce Willis. He was indestructible, and the bad guy was Mr. Glass, who was played by Samuel L. Jackson.
And now they have to work with each other. Yay!
Right?
I mean, it looks good. I mean, it honestly seems watchable, which, like I said, is not something I expect out of M. Night Shyamalan. I'm still wondering what the M means in his name, too.
Unbreakable was one of the movies he made before he started going downhill. It was one of his... I want to say it was like the movie he did after Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan. Menage.
Oh. Night
Menage.
Shyamalan.
Menage Neliatu Shyamalan.
Oh, so he's got a screen name going then. Screen name.
Yeah, because he has a even harder to pronounce Indian name.
Yeah, it's probably not SAG because that's for actors, but probably like a director's guild or writer's guild. They probably weren't gonna go with it because those types of guilds are weird.
Okay, yeah, I looked it up. Unbreakable was his movie after The Sixth Sense.
Wow, how old was that movie then?
2000.
Shit, and I haven't seen 18 years and I have not seen that movie. Damn.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Well, I'm far behind, aren't I?
Probably.
Because I've heard pretty good things about Unbreakable. And pretty good things about Split. So maybe I should check this out before watching Glass.
I would highly recommend it. I need to watch Split, so...
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. Now...
We are Venom.
Can I
I really want to see this. I don't know why. I hear a lot of people are like, this movie looks so dumb. This movie looks bad. I'm like, I really want to see this movie. I love Tom Hardy, and it looks legit. It looks interesting.
I was on the fence when they first announced it, and even worse for the first two trailers. This one has me at least interested now. I'm like, well, this could actually be pretty good.
Oh, what was it? I saw somebody online going, I can't believe they're having Venom make quips. And I'm just like, have you never read a Venom comic? He constantly makes quips.
That's because most people complain about comic book movies, have never actually read a comic book.
And he wasn't very quippy in the cartoon, but in the comics, he quips.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've talked to a lot of people, and they base their experience around the cartoons. Like, don't get me wrong, the cartoons were good, but they were not real representation of what the characters would like.
Right?
Venom, sorry, I got annoyed. I've also had people confuse origin stories with heroes based off of, like, animated series. Like Black Cat, a lot of people compete with that 90s animated series.
Yeah. But I'm interested in seeing Tom Hardy play Eddie Brock. It's apparently supposed to be like a dark comedy, and that's how a lot of the Venom stories end up being, like Venom solo stories.
Right.
Um, it looks like they may be taking some aspects of his character from the Mac Gargan Venom, which is cool. I loved the Mac Gargan Venom. Mac Gargan
Right.
was Scorpion, and for a period of time he was Venom, and it was hilarious because like he was trying to be a good guy because he was disguising himself as like it was when the whole Dark Reign thing was happening, and they had the villains pretending to be heroes under Norman Osborn, and he was being Spider-Man, and there was like a panel where he's eating some lady's dog in the background. And it's just a bunch of shit like that. It's just like,
Jeez.
all right. So speaking of dual-faced, surprisingly good-looking, Shazam.
Yeah. Shazam seems angrier than I remember him to be. I'm talking about the actual wizard, not the character.
Yeah, he's always been a little angry, but no, I get you.
I mean, so far so good. It's you can tell they're gonna take this light-hearted, like you kind of have to. A dark Billy Batson would have been fucking weird.
Right?
My parents are dead. It's I don't know. So far this looks good. That's what I have to say for this. The new Shazam.
Right?
trailer that
It
came out.
looks like, and it's what DC needed. DC needed something lighthearted.
They really do. I mean, we not to distract, but I know we both saw Justice League in our hiatus, and that movie was just terrible. Just terrible.
It was, and the worst part of it, in my opinion, wasn't that it was super bad. Is it could have been good.
Yeah,
Watching
like,
it,
yeah.
it very clearly could have been good, and it failed, and it's like that's always worse for me when
Yeah.
something could have been good, and you can clearly see it could have been good, versus it never had a chance. If it never had a chance, that's one thing, but if it could have been good, it was just like, why?
Yeah. I'm with you, but honestly, I was sitting there watching this. Is like I was poking, at plot holes. I was looking at it, and I was like, "This is just not a good movie."
Oh
And-
no, and it's like in the first like half hour, I'm just like, oh my god, the CGI is just way too much.
Egregious, yeah, egregious levels of the CGI. But Shazam looks good. Like entertain, like how I think the kid's 13 in this one, not 10 like he is in the series. But regardless,
That's fine.
yeah, I don't really mind. I was just saying that it's how I think a 10-year-old would react to suddenly having the body of an adult.
Right?
Especially the body
Oh.
of an. Go ahead.
I don't know if you noticed in that scene where he's saving, like kicks the robber out of the convenience store. He and his friend are buying beer. Like they're leaving with a 6-pack of beer. So he's doing what a 13-year-old would do if he had an adult body.
I could buy a beer. Yeah.
And speaking of other DC stuff that doesn't look awful, Aquaman.
Can I say
It doesn't look as good as Shazam, but it also has a needed breath of, oh hey, this actually looks enjoyable.
Okay, I want to say two things. One, actually, I'm not looking forward to this because it looks like the water version of the original Thor. Not even gonna lie.
I'm fine with it. Still looks better than Batman versus Superman,
Fair
Justice League.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it looks better than Suicide Squad.
And I will say, this doesn't feel like Aquaman. This feels like the Jason Momoa if he was the king of Atlantis.
Well, people get Aquaman wrong because they only like compare Aquaman to the
Super Friends and
Super Friends one, which is a poor version of him because
Right.
like actual Aquaman is fucking badass.
Right. I don't.
But I don't know if I'll see it. It'll probably come out. I probably won't see it when it comes out, and eventually I'll watch it when it's on like HBO or something.
I probably won't watch it unless it's a scenario like I did with Justice League in which a friend brought it up. Like my friend Emily, we were just hanging out and she's like, hey, let's watch a movie. And she brought up a Justice League. I was like, well, sure, why not? That's how I figured. I don't know, maybe if it comes out and the reviews were good, I might check it out. But I'm not holding my breath, honestly.
True.
And like I said, this doesn't feel like Aquaman. This feels like Jason Momoa Like Jason Momoa is just playing himself more or less. Like I'm Jason Momoa, but I'm also the king of Atlantis.
I honestly, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Fair enough. Moving on from...
So moving from movies, we got a lot of TV stuff because again, Comic-Con was hitting.
Yeah.
Titans. Apparently, a lot of people are upset about this one, but everyone.
It's...
But I've noticed anytime it's Titans that isn't the first cartoon series gets butthurt about it for they get just butthurt about it.
Everyone I've talked to, the reason why they're upset is because of that opening line from Robin. Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Yeah, I had a friend just like bitch like a half hour about that. I'm like, well, in some iterations they actually did have a falling out, right?
In canon, they had a falling out. That's why he became Nightwing and
Yeah.
went to Bloodhaven.
Also,
And there was a period of time where he hated Batman.
yeah,
And then he finally came onto his own, and they rekindled their friendship, like their bond. But there was a good period of time where he hated Batman.
and that's just in one universe. In the Futureverse, which is pretty much just the Batman Beyond universe at this point, they still don't talk to each other. Like it caused Batman to nearly die before they talked to each other again. Original Bruce Wayne, not Terry Guinness. But people were legitimately upset about that. I was like, do you guys read comics?
Oh, you know what I'm loving? Is that the Teen Titans Go movie is actually getting very high praise.
Yeah.
And people who because it's like a bunch of people who didn't watch the show, the old and it's the people who weren't super big fans of the original Teen Titans show, or the people who've dismissed Teen Titans Go for a long time, are watching it for one reason or another and are going like, "Oh, this is actually good."
Yeah.
And then the whole end credits thing where the old Teen Titans cartoon show shows up, and then people are like, "Oh, what? What's this?" But no, I'll probably try to watch an episode or two. I don't know if I'll get into it.
What I like about this is it's made by, I can't remember the guy's first name, but it's like Berlanti. It's the same guy who's done Black Lightning, Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow. This is a Berlanti show. So you know that even if it's like the whitest people on television, it's still going to be good. In general.
Also, guys, stop complaining about Starfire. She looks decent. She's an alien. She doesn't need to be a white girl with straight hair. Like, let her... You know what? Original comic version of her, she had curly-ish hair.
Yeah.
Like, and I see people going like, "Oh, these costumes are terrible." It's like, those are very obviously, like, civilian disguise costumes.
Also, I want to say out of all the actors, the only one I feel like is actually a teenager is Raven. The rest don't really feel like teenagers to me.
But I have hope for it. It might end up being decent.
Yep.
Apparently, like, Gotham ended up being... All the DC shows end up being decent.
Yeah.
I usually don't watch them, but they end up being decent.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which there's some follow-up news after that. I just gotta mention. But They released the trailer for the new Iron Fist.
The new Iron Fist.
Fist,
I'm wondering, have you caught up?
No. I'm having a hard time slugging through Punisher, and I'm doing it in chronological order, so...
Okay. If this might have something to do with the fallout of Luke Cage, so I'm not going to say any more than that.
Okay.
Just from what was being said, it might be fallout from Luke Cage.
Well, some of it seemed like it was fallout from Defenders, because I'm the protector of
Luke
the city
Cage,
now.
Well, Jessica Jones and Luke Cage dealt with some fallout from Defenders.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm looking at the cast right now for Titans. Mm-hmm. It's got my favorite Hawk and Dove pairing.
Nice.
Of Hank and Dawn, the boy Hawk and the girl Dove.
Right.
Instead of the male both or the female both, my favorite was Man Hawk, and so it's a Hank and Dawn, and I love that team up, and I hope they do it well.
Right. I don't know. For Iron Fist...
Oh, shit.
What?
Jason Todd's gonna be in there?
I mean... He was a Titan. No, wait, Jason Todd.
No,
was
he
not a
wasn't.
Titan. I know he was
He's
not.
he's been cast. Somebody cast Jason Todd. That's kind of nifty.
Interesting.
Okay, Robin is my age, like a couple months younger than me.
Wait,
Um,
talking about the actor or the character in this case?
the actor,
Okay.
the actor.
I was about to say.
Starfire's actor is just over a year older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They have a 30-year-old playing a 17-year-old. What the hell?
Yeah. 2004 Raven. Uh. So yeah, 14. Raven's actress is 14.
So I was right. She is literally the only teenager in the group. Like,
Oh yeah, because Beast Boy's actor is 22.
okay, so I guess the name it fits because they're not calling it Teen Titans, they're just calling it Titans. So
Yeah.
I guess there's that. I guess they're just the Titans. All right.
All right. But yeah, going back to the other one. Sorry, I was looking that up. Iron Fist. It's a very short trailer, so we don't get a lot out of it.
Can I just say a resounding I still don't care about Iron Fist?
Oh, nobody cares about Iron Fist. He's just part of the plot.
Like, they could have not made a season 2 and just made him appear in other series, and I would have been okay with that.
He was good in Luke Cage season 2, so
I'll
like
take your word for it.
he was, but it's like he's like Deadpool. I don't want him in everything.
Yeah. I was just saying, he could have been, like,
Weird.
appearing in a few episodes of Daredevil Season 3. That's the other part I was going to mention. They've announced Daredevil Season 3.
Oh yeah.
Coming out this year. Woo! Or they could have brought him to Luke Cage. I don't feel like he would fit in Jessica Jones just because of how melancholy she is all the time. But, it'd be a weird contrast. But I don't know. I don't give a damn about Iron Fist.
I understand. Next one on there, it looks like we're getting the Young Justice finale movie finally. Like it's been a while since I watched it, but I remember it kind of ending on like a cliffhanger and it got canceled.
Can I just say they ruined a perfectly good twist in that trailer? Because if you watch the full, like, I'm not going to spoil it for other people because you can watch it yourself, but they ruined what it could have been a very good twist in that trailer regarding Aqualad.
Yeah, and the whole thing with they've also revealed that Artemis didn't die,
Yeah.
and that Wally did die. But I guess what they're doing is they're like, here's what basically happened. Now watch the movie.
I guess. I just feel like that would be a really good spoiler that, like, something to lead up to. But maybe that's just me.
But I'm liking this finally. I'm liking what things are doing with animated series of like, all right, we know you want it to finish. We're gonna finish it real quick.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Clone Wars. We're getting more Clone Wars.
Yay?
Yay!
Yay?
I like Clone Wars. It's good.
I had this whole problem with, like, Asaka only exists in this series, and they never talk about her again except for the other animated series.
Well, those are canon.
Yeah, but in the prequel movies that those are based around, they don't ever fucking talk about her or see her.
What I'm hoping is they'll explain why they never talk about it, because that was still one of those things that's unexplained.
They never talk about her in the live-action movies, the new ones that Disney has set up. They never.
Well, those ones are super far in the future, and
yeah, but we don't know how long.
plus, Ahsoka's cool. I don't care. She's cool.
I'm sorry. I have to back down on this one. It doesn't make fucking sense. That's what I'm sticking with.
Had Star Wars ever made fucking sense?
It always made a grain of sense. Never.
They still make a grain of sense. Accept it and watch it, and don't matter.
Brian, we need to keep our rule for detail here. Come on, we need consistency. How can we mock movies and then praise them for not keeping their consistency?
Exactly.
Unless it's... Anyway, I'm I never watched the series because it didn't make much sense.
Oh, it's
to me.
great. You should watch it. Go watch it now.
No, I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing this.
I'll wait.
podcast.
I'll wait the day and a half for you to watch the series. We'll catch back up.
Day and a half. Boy, I'd be done by like half a day. Like, I'm good. I don't care anymore. Everyone's dead as far as I'm concerned. Everyone dies.
All right, fine. Speaking of the same thing of continuing on series, Invader Zim is getting its finale movie finally.
I mean, good, but also It's been over 10 years.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
And, like, if they would have brought it back maybe even 5 years ago, it might have had some steam, but now it's just been too damn long. So I don't care anymore.
Yeah. I'll watch it, but I'm not too excited. I am excited for the next thing. So Cartoon Network does this thing where, like, once a year it drops a bunch of trailers for, like, new shows, new pilots, and this was one of them. And I'm like, oh, this is actually really cute and has, like, a great idea, and they're picking it up now. So I'm happy to see Infinity Train getting actually picked up by the show, by the channel.
I have no idea what the hell Infinity Train is.
There's actually a, like, pilot episode out there. Just YouTube it. Look on YouTube, and it's really cute. It's about a girl who's on this, like, it's basically this infinite long train that is like each train car is like a TARDIS, and she's trying to get off the train.
Okay,
and it was a creative concept, had a smart, intelligent, female character, and it's like, oh, this is cool. I hope they pick it up, and now they announced that they're actually picking it up, so I'm excited for that.
well, that's good.
Mainly because Adventure Time is ending, and Steven Universe is coming to an end as well.
Yeah. This next one, I'm actually looking forward to this. I don't know about you.
I am too, but I'm a huge Matt Groening fan.
We're, of course, talking about Disenchantment. And speaking of strong, powerful women, this is up there with there. It's up there. It looks good. That's what I'm trying to say as I stumble upon my words.
It does look good.
Yeah. This looks good. Looks like it'll be entertaining. I swear to God, that goblin looks like Bart Simpson.
It does look. He's an elf.
Yeah.
He's Elfo.
Elfo, excuse me. And then there's a demon that wants to burn the world, so that's interesting. It looks good. I don't have much to say beyond that. It looks good. Let's go ahead and. Do you have anything else you want to say about Disenchantment?
No, it looks good. I want to wait for it to come out before I do a full thing on it. I'm a huge Simpsons fan, so it's being I've mentioned in the past, it's being done by my favorite Simpsons showrunners.
Right. So yeah, this will be exciting. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Trailer for the newest season of Venture Brothers, and this shows you how many seasons of it I have missed. So many seasons now.
You should probably catch up because it's gotten good, and I'm hoping it's more than like the problem with Venture Brothers, and it's getting really annoying. Is, oh man, a new season's coming out. I'm excited. I watch it. Oh yeah, it was great. And then the season ends quicker than I expected, and then we have to wait like another 5 years before the next season comes out.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it took me so long to finish it or to catch up. Is because they'll wait several years before they even bring up another season. Now, props for quality control, but it's really hard to keep interest if it's like...
Alright, let's see here. The first season was in 2004. The second season was 2006. That's a 2-year gap. 2008, 2-year gap. 2010-ish, 2-year gap. 2013, 3-year gap. 2016, 3-year gap. 2018, 2-year gap.
See how long that is between seasons? It's really hard to keep interest.
But the thing is when it does come out, it's still good.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, generally it's still good.
I'm excited for it. I'll probably watch it as it comes out because I'm Team Venture.
Team Venture.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Castlevania I actually tweeted to the guy who's working on the show. He says it's gonna be I want to say 8 episodes now instead of 4. Double in the
Ooh,
episodes,
nice.
right?
Correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like we have Alucard now in this series. I had to do it with the volume off because I'm super busy today. But so far it looks good. Very gory, very violent, but in a Castlevania kind of way. My only thought was there seems like a start missing levels of castle adventuring. Like they're doing a lot of not being in a castle.
They did the castle adventuring on the first season, and they're probably still going to do it on this one. It looks like they're going to do the whole thing in the games where he had to go and fight the different monsters, and it's very much obviously setting that up.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're doing the was it Castlevania 2 Dracula's Curse? I probably got the wrong one going, but it's the one where it's kind of like the free roaming around towns and shit. So it's probably based on that one.
That's two.
Yeah,
Probably. I mean, I liked the first season.
yeah.
This season looks pretty good. I'm excited for it on Netflix.
Yeah. It looks good. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be great. That's all I have to say.
So moving on. Apparently, No Man's Sky is finally starting to. Oh, we're on video games now. No Man's Sky is starting to finally bring out what they originally said they were going to have. At this point, for me, it's far too late. But you know, it's cool that it finally has the stuff that they said they were going to have.
Yeah. I mean, it only took nearly 2 years after its release, but still.
Yeah, it's better than some.
True. I'll give you that. I don't know. It's good that they finally made it playable and not just basically a boring free roam. So, there's that.
Yeah. And I like boring free roams, and that was a little too boring of a free roam.
Yeah. And then we have a new trailer for the Spider-Man.
Yep, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Showing some scenes of the story. Looks like MJ is going to be is showing scenes of how MJ would work, because apparently she's a playable character.
Huh. We're also going. We get Silver Sable will be. Damn it! I can't speak. Silver Sable will be in this episode.
And Miles Morales.
And Miles Morales, yeah. So I think they're going to lead up to a Miles Morales Spider-Man then,
That'd be cool.
because they never really interacted until the universes joined together in the comics. So I'm just
And I like what they're doing. They're letting Miles be the kid Spider-Man, so they can do the kid Spider-Man stories, and they'll have the at least in the comics. I don't know about this, but in the comics, Miles is now doing the kid Spider-Man stuff, and they're letting Peter Parker have a life and grow up and be older and all that stuff.
Yeah. The thing they basically wouldn't allow Peter to do for the entirety of his existence.
That was the whole thing behind One More Day.
Yep. And let's see. There's another...
Oh, and they're linking Final Fantasy VII into an action game instead of an RPG, and why? Can we do Final Fantasy VI instead?
I'm okay with it, because we all knew they were going to do a remake eventually. If they
mean action game like Final Fantasy 15, I could be for that, but I don't know.
I would come with I always had a problem with 15's controls. It doesn't feel like your swings make an impact, personally. But I'd rather they make it more action than they would the turn-based, because I think the turn-based thing has been kind of beaten to death many times.
You know what's been beaten to death? Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. But come on, Brian, let's be reasonable here. The Final Fantasy 7 fans were not going to allow that to just not have a remake.
Just put out like a quote unquote game where it's just Sephiroth wearing skimpy clothing, and you'll make billions.
Yeah, and then you gotta have I'm about to say Link. Jeez, shows you how much Breath of the Wild I've been playing. We gotta get Cloud in just shirtless, and they'll make a lot of money. We'll be good. Hit us up, Square. We got this.
Yep. So finally done with trailer talk. Holy shit.
Yep.
Well, you know what it makes up for last episode where we didn't have a trailer talk?
I don't know. I think Casablanca 2 The Blankiest was a real seller.
It was a real seller. So I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was good. It was better than the first Ant-Man.
Good, because I already think very little of the first of Ant-Man in general. So there's
Pourquoi?
that. Pourquoi?
Pourquoi?
Why? Because he's
Yeah.
a stupid fucking ass hero. Ooh, I can shrink and control ants. Ooh, that's so.
That's so cool.
Cute.
That's a cool power.
Fuck.
He can shrink and grow.
Whoop-de fucking do.
Do you know how cool that is?
Tony Stark can shoot lasers out of his chest and hands.
Well, Tony Stark's a bitch with an alcohol problem.
Everyone has their mental issues. Don't make fun of him.
I'll make fun of him all I want.
Hank Pym and then
Team Cap.
Team Cap.
Team Cap. I've always been Team Captain America.
No, fuck Ant-Man. I stand by that.
You're wrong. Moving on. So we got news. Lots of news. Holy shit, we
shit.
got news. News. Blah, blah, blah. Show brought to you by Thingy. Blah, boop, boop. Actually, that's when we should probably throw in a... If we start doing mid-roll ads, we should probably do it after trailer talk before we hit the news. That'd actually be a good
Yeah.
price point.
Well, first we have to get advertisement. Yeah.
Hey! I don't know how to do that.
But let's go ahead and get into this. Once again, I'm sure excited about this.
Yeah, Gundam news. They're working on the Gundam movie. They want to cast what was it? They don't want a typical Hollywood muscle guy like The Rock. And I'm like, so you want like a normal Gundam pilot?
Yeah. I was like,
You want a normal Gundam pilot?
he's like, don't get me wrong, I like The Rock, but have you seen the characters in Gundam? They were not The Rock size.
They were like they were like normal sized people.
Yeah.
No, I think the closest one to being Rock size was probably the guy who pilots Bullet Gundam and G Gundam, but he was like a big old Russian guy.
Yeah. So yeah, they're looking for a normal looking actor, which is good. Because it seems like that it would be a bad idea to get a bodybuilder in those positions.
Still doesn't tell us anything about what they're wanting to do story-wise, but I'm excited. As long as they don't fuck up, I can be good for it. The guys, it looks like they're getting people who worked on Pacific Rim and the new Godzillas, and I can go for that.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Blah, blah, blah. Just synopsis of the Gundam. So it doesn't actually say what it's working on. But yeah, no, I'm keeping an eye on that. I'll probably see it when it comes out because I got to represent my my Gundam stuff. But
Are you gonna go to the Gundam movie with your Gundam figurines ready?
no, but I'm wondering if my Gundam group will will plan on going out to the premiere.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
The sleeves going to the premiere of the Gundam movie.
Yeah. Gonna get all your Gundam friends together. Gonna go watch the Gundam movie.
Right. So going on, speaking of Godzilla and giant things, they're talking. They're basically making Rodan a ton stronger.
Mm-hmm.
It says stronger than Gojira, but then I read it and it's like it's not. But they're making him a lot stronger and not as weak as he was in the movies because like the guy's like he's literally a flying atomic bomb,
Yeah.
which is cool. Like I want to see a strong Rodan.
Yeah. Definitely. Come on, guys. We can do this. Strong Rodan to keep up with the demigods destroying the planet. Mothra traveled through time, okay?
And King Ghidorah killed Godzilla.
And that's not an easy task. Ask Mechagodzilla. It's not an easy task.
Right?
It's good that they're going to raise his level to keep up with the other three, because if they're going to do an all-out brawl movie, they're going to need somebody who can really keep up. Who's the hero in this, though?
No one.
I thought Mothra's supposed to be a hero.
Mothra's probably the purest one, and then Godzilla, and then Rodan. Like Mothra, Godzilla, like Mothra's technically been. Thing is Mothra is like a guardian of the planet and will attack humans because humans destroy the planet.
Yeah, but I feel like you're missing out the part where Rodan is the friend of children.
No, that's Gamera.
Ah, shit. My memory sucks.
That's the turtle.
Yes.
And that's not a Godzilla character. It's
This
owned
is
by
true.
a different studio.
Though that would be a badass match. I totally screwed that one up. See, the economy has changed. I got the
But
names wrong.
Rodan, more often than not, has teamed up with Godzilla to fight a bigger monster, so I'm wondering if it's going to be... I'm really wondering if it's going to be Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra fighting King Ghidorah.
That'd make the most sense. Or maybe Godzilla, King Ghidorah versus Mothra and Rodan.
Or maybe Godzilla and Mothra versus King Ghidorah and Rodan.
Yeah. Or maybe all against all, free for brawl. Just like those games, everyone's gonna kill each other.
Because King Ghidorah has never been a hero.
But I
Except
will
for
say
the one,
this.
but that one was weird.
Yeah.
But technically they were all bad, but not good. The Guardian... Godzilla, Ghidorah, Mothra, all out attack was really weird.
I will say this, given how the last movie went, there's also a good chance that we'll see about 15 minutes of them fighting and the rest will be about humans discussing how to survive.
Yeah. So,
Ameri-
typical Godzilla movie.
Americans can't make Godzilla movies.
No, it's not even Americans. Americans actually show too much Godzilla.
I did you watch the 2014? It was
Yeah, they showed too much Godzilla. If you want to do it like Japanese, you'll have maybe... No, you gotta wait till the 5th or 6th movie before you really start showing Godzilla. When you're on the first or second one, you can barely show them.
No, the only reason why they restricted his screen time in the original movies is because the guy who had to wear the costume was literally wearing concrete.
Yeah, no. So you gotta keep it. You gotta keep that going.
No. Not enough kaiju battles. I stand by that. There was enough kaiju battles in the last Godzilla, American Godzilla, and then there was too much Godzilla in the 1990s version. You know, Zilla.
Yeah, it's not even Americans can't make Godzilla movies. It's Americans have a different expectation of Godzilla movies.
There was too much Godzilla, and it wasn't even like good Godzilla. It was very shitty Godzilla. Sorry.
But no, I stand by my point of, it's not that Americans can't make Godzilla, it's Americans expect something different from Godzilla than what Godzilla actually is. Godzilla 2014 was a decent Godzilla movie, it just wasn't what Americans expect from Godzilla.
I'm sorry, I didn't give a shit about Ford. They put too much emphasis on Ford, the main human. I was like, who
they
cares about
always
this guy?
do. That's the whole thing, is they always do. And that's...
Well, okay, two things. They focused on the shittier character, because they could have focused on, what's his
Bryan
name?
Cranston should have been in the movie at all.
Yeah.
I'm
what?
just gonna say it, he's not important.
He would have been a lot more interesting than...
You know who it should have focused on? Watanabe.
That would have been more interesting than the main character we got.
Bryan Cranston was just a placeholder character for the introduction.
It does feel like they subsequently underused their Bryan Cranston, though. They really... Because he is a good actor, and they really just... they barely used him, and that was the problem I had. They even had to make him like the main human, but they just really underused the Bryan Cranston they had available.
I think they overused him.
Really?
Yep, I think they overused him. No, like not even in the movie. I think they overused him in trailers. I think they overused him in all the stuff.
Oh
and
yeah,
they shouldn't have
definitely.
done that.
They overused him because they made it look like he was going to be a huge plot point. It was like, well, not really. He's more of a plot segue.
It's not, but Serizawa should have been the main one on there, and, Ford plays the role of the human, like, eyesight, and that's how Godzilla movies are. But let's move on. Let's move on to another reboot that can't be worse than the last reboot. They're doing another RoboCop reboot, and it can't be worse than the last RoboCop.
You know, that's actually a sequel to the 2014 RoboCop, right?
Is it? I thought it was another reboot.
It is a reboot of the original reboot.
Oh.
It's a sequel reboot of the movie that came out in like 2014. That really stupid one.
That one was bad.
That one was really bad. And
We'll
how do you
make him-
fuck up RoboCop? I mean, really?
We'll make him black. and we'll remove the Jesus allegories. Oh, and we'll let him keep his arm.
No, see, the plot was mediocre. I could have been okay with the plot, even as mediocre it was. I was even okay with the black because I thought that was more badass looking. But the whole thing that ruined it for me was literally the right hand that was there for no purpose. They never explained why he had it. There wasn't like, we're doing this so he can feel his humanity. No, he just fucking had it. What is the point of keeping the right hand when the rest of his body is literally a robot?
Because it's a reference to them going like, hey, his right arm's salvageable. Do we want to keep it? No, chop it off. That was in the original one.
That's stupid.
And it's very stupid.
Go fuck yourself, director, or whoever made that decision. That's stupid.
It is. I agree. So speaking of people being angry, ScarJo backed out of the movie where she was going to play a trans person because ScarJo has been making very terrible casting decisions lately, and I'm glad she finally listened to people when they're like, "No, don't do that."
Yeah, and I feel like they could be using an actual trans person for a movie about
exactly.
a trans person. Like, I know they exist. There's plenty of them. Why aren't you pulling up from an actual transgender person?
Yeah. It's, and I'm glad she dropped out. I'm glad she listened to the masses and she dropped out.
Yeah. Good for her for finally listening. I mean, because she's a pretty good actress, but this felt off. Let's go ahead and move to the next one. This is an update because we got Billy D. Williams coming back from the episode 9 of Star Wars, and now
he is, and they're doing and Mark Hamill will be back. Carrie Fisher will be back, and people will be like, Carrie Fisher, what's she's gonna be back? Apparently, they recorded a bunch of her lines already. Also, they're gonna be using unused scenes from the previous 2 movies and a little bit of CGI where they need it.
Yeah. So,
and honestly, I hear people complaining about it, but this is kind of what I want because I didn't want them to just write her off.
Yeah, I want to be a lot. I agree. I didn't want to just write her off and just say, "Oh, she wandered off from her rebellion. That's what happened." That would have been terrible.
Because she's a fucking badass who deserves like a good ending.
Agreed wholeheartedly. Excuse me. But yeah, so we're gonna get Hamill back for episode. He's gonna be. I have a feeling he's just gonna be a Force Ghost.
Oh, he's totally gonna be a Force Ghost.
Force Ghost. Because there's also rumors they might get Han Solo back. These are just rumors at the moment, but they might get Harrison Ford to reprise his role for like a scene, and it's probably just gonna be up there with the other Force Ghosts. You know.
I'm good on that. I want to see the thing of all the Force Ghosts showing up with Kylo Ren. And then I really want them to cast Hayden Christensen and have him scold Kylo Ren, going like, "What are you doing?
Did you learn nothing?" Seriously, did you learn nothing?
But grandfather,
yeah, shut up.
No. I'm talking. You will listen. Now go and apologize to your mother, your father, your uncle, and everyone you know.
Go apologize to Rey. Go apologize to Finn. They weren't even directly involved in that aspect, but obviously you didn't fucking learn a thing I was trying to teach you with my death.
Mark Millar is getting like 5 movie adaptations, and none of these I've heard of.
That's crazy. Also, when are we getting the Discworld movie?
Oh, I think I've heard. No, yeah, I don't know. Well, Discworld's a huge thing that I don't think it would work as a movie, but I think it could work as a Netflix or an HBO show.
Yeah, from memory stands right. They actually did have a series back in the 90s for Discworld.
Well, imagine with the budget of HBO or Netflix.
Oh yeah, you can have a bitchin' show.
Because if they try to do it as a movie, it's going to cut so much out of it that people, like, even a show will cut a ton out, but imagine trying to cut it down to 2 hours.
I'm thinking it'd be good as an anthology series. Kind of like Black Mirror or Twilight Zone. You do like a Discworld
that's what I'm
anthology.
thinking too.
Yeah. So you had like every episode or every other episode is a new story, that kind of deal.
It all takes place in the same universe, does its Discworld thingy, you have the things of, like, you have an episode based on death, and...
I will say this, though, I'm hesitant to make Discworld, when we get off topic, but regardless, to bring Discworld to movies, because I feel like it's going to empower the Flat Earthers, and I don't like anything that empowers Flat Earthers.
It's Turtles all the way down.
Turtles all the way down.
Turtles all the way down.
Yeah. It's elephants supporting the flat world on the back of a giant turtle. That's what the world is, everyone.
Obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
Why would you think anything different?
Uh-huh. Go fuck yourself, Flat Earthers. I stand by my statement on this one. Ugh.
No, I think Flat Earthers, I think it'd be better if it was like, instead of it just being like the Earth is flat, and then, no, if they presented it as, it's the world is on top of the back of a giant tortoise, I'd be more for that than just Flat Earthers.
Yeah. I'm good. But Mark Miller's getting some more, series, which is interesting. Because I know... Go ahead.
Like, his best one his most famous one was Kick-Ass.
Right.
And, I don't really recognize any of these other ones.
I should have liked Kick-Ass. More of
Like, maybe if they did Invincible or something?
I'd be okay with that. That would actually be a pretty good series, Invincible.
Oh, okay, that's right. He wrote Civil War, and I like Civil War.
Right.
It was actually what brought me back into comics. I know a lot of people complain about it, and it's not the most popular, but it brought me back into comics.
Right.
And he did Kingsman and Kick-Ass, and those were both all right.
Yeah. Ooh, what about a Kingsman comic?
I think he's working on one.
I would support this. I doubt you're listening, Mark Miller, but if you were to do this, I would support you. Or a Kingsman series, like on Netflix.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What is I'm looking at his work. What's his famous one? Trying to see ones that he's done movies for. Oh, he did Swamp Thing, did some Flash. He wrote a bunch for DC and Marvel. Icon, Kick-Ass. Oh, Nemesis was a good one. Nemesis is one I'd like to see.
Wait, did you say he wrote Icon?
He worked for Icon Comics.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Icon the hero. My bad.
Nemesis was a cool one that I wish they would do. Superior also is a good one that I wish they'd do. The Authority was his big one. Right. I like The Authority. That one was really good. That's the one with is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, that's the one with the gay Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
Apollo and Midnighter. And that would be a great movie one. I'd love to see that one as a movie or a series.
So we're gonna get some more series based on his work,
but it's none of the ones that I'm like I'm into this one. It's all like weird ones that I'm just like I don't know what the story is.
What are the because for our listeners, what are the series that they've picked up?
Series. Let's see here. The list: Empress, Huck, Sharky, American Jesus, Jupiter's Legacy. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. I might watch it. I might not. I don't know.
All right.
Stuff about Glass. We talked about that earlier.
I have mixed ideas on this bit here.
Yeah.
James Gunn removed from the direction of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because of some pedophilic jokes he made 10 years ago.
And these people tried doing it again with Dan Harmon like a couple weeks later, and it didn't work. Also, Dan Harmon really hasn't been on Twitter in like a year.
Yeah.
But people are trying to use people's reactions to get rid of directors and celebrities they don't like because they know people are going to react like that, and it's sad. And like a ton of people want him back, and the problem here is James Gunn has learned from his mistakes. He's grown past it. He's not the same person anymore, and that's important.
Yeah, the joke was made 10 years ago. Here's the part that I hate. I absolutely hate about social media. If you post something you did 10 years ago, you're still accountable for it as you were today. We all change as individuals. Our opinions change. We change how we perceive the world because we as humans continue to grow and expand and change our ideas. So obviously, that would not be okay 10 years ago what he did, but why is he still being held accountable for today? Now, no, he should not have made those jokes, but he's as accountable for it today as he was the day when he made it.
Yeah, he's. You know what? People grow. I'm one of my biggest things. I am a big believer that people can change, people can grow. I am a different person I was 10 years ago.
Same.
And if you're the same person as you were 10 years ago, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You learn more stuff, you get more stuff, and you become better.
And that's the part that annoys me is that a lot of people who grow this kind of outrage don't realize that we're not always the same as we are 10 years prior. And some people are, and those people are sad. I'm not saying they are sad. I'm saying it's sad that those people are still the same. But
yeah,
how can you be held accountable for something you said 10 years ago? 10 years ago, I was a 17-year-old, and I was an idiot.
10 years ago, I was a 19-year-old, and I was an idiot.
Yeah. That's why I got annoyed. And the cast of the Guardians of the Galaxy are standing by him, James Gunn, saying they're, basically what I've been saying. This happened 10 years ago. Why is this an outrage now? It would have been understandable an outrage then, but why is it an outrage now?
Because 4chan is a terrible place, they're doing terrible things that they know people are going to react about, and they're just awful, awful people. And
Yeah.
there's a reason I don't go on 4chan anymore.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why I never went on a 4chan. That place is toxic.
It's very toxic. And they spread the toxicity to each other, and it's bad.
Yeah.
Moving on to something else. But yeah, James Gunn. I hope he at least has work. I hope they at least. I don't think they're going to bring him back, but I hope he at least can help work on Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Going on to Marvel, it looks like the Black Widow movie found a director.
Finally. We're finally
Kate
going to get
Shortland.
Yeah. I mean, basically what to say is finally they're actually putting some work into this. We've had Black Widow since, what, Avengers? The first one?
Avengers.
Yeah. And
Iron Man 2.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She was playing Tony's secretary in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. About fucking time. We've had almost 10 years of Black Widow and not a single Black Widow movie. What's up with that?
Yeah, because ladies.
But we finally got a director for her, for that movie, excuse me, so that's great. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. We finally get a look at Kristen Wiig as Cheetah for the new Wonder Woman movie.
Yep, new Wonder Woman movie. I like and it's going to take place in the 80s.
Right.
I like the first Wonder Woman.
Right.
And I'm cool. Cheetah is one of her most biggest one of her most prominent villains, so
Yeah. So this will finally be, we'll have this on hand. We got a bit of images here. Some people are bitching about the Chris Pine returning for the movie.
what?
Yeah, well, it's like, he's dead. It's like, yeah, but you understand, in comic books, no one really stays dead.
No one stays dead.
How many times has Hal Jordan died now? I mean, really.
Shit.
Yeah.
Way too many.
How many times has Batman died? Once.
Once. Canon once.
Canon once, yeah. How many times has Superman died? Oh my god.
A handful.
Heroes and villains died, they come back. Chris Pine's character is no exception.
I think so far Uncle Ben's been the only one to stay dead.
No. Yes and no.
Yeah, you're right.
Because anytime they bring in Uncle Ben, it's always like alternate reality Uncle Ben. So, yes and no. It's like, here's Uncle Ben from World 347 or some crap like that.
Yeah.
I will say they're pretty consistent about keeping Professor X dead, though. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
The
X.
next one.
Professor X.
Can I just say, I don't want this to fucking exist.
I don't either. Fucking why? We don't need a.
Okay, Joaquin Phoenix has been casted for the new Joker movie. Do we need a Joker movie? The answer is no.
No, we don't.
We don't need a Joker movie.
Also, why are they recasting him again? I mean, Jared Leto wasn't great, but still, like, I don't know.
Why any of this? That's my main question. Why any of
What
this?
makes one of the things that makes Joker good is we don't know anything about him.
Well, I mean, now we actually have a name for who he was before he was the Joker. And a bit of
We
background.
have 3 names about him, that's the thing. No, it was revealed in a comic recently that the truth is there's been more than one Joker.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and it was a realization that Batman made of, oh shit.
I only did this to one of the Jokers. What the fuck happened to the other 2?
Yeah. But also speaking of DC stuff I don't want, can we stop with the Snyder Cut? It's not going to be better. It's going to be worse.
Does anyone
Have you
remember?
seen Snyder's movies?
They're terrible. Let's stop acting like Zack Snyder would have done a good job. No. Joss Whedon did the best he could based off what was already available to him.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Snyder and that, I got really annoyed by Snyder's whole slow down, speed up fight thing he does.
Yes.
I got so annoyed by that. It's like,
He
oh
also
my god.
abuses the hell out of it. He's been doing it for several movies now.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, apparently there's proof that there may have actually been a Snyder cut of the Justice League movie. Can we just say who cares? Collectively, can we just say who cares? I feel like that's what I want to say is collectively who cares. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
who cares?
Yeah. This next one from the notes here, you don't seem happy about the new DC Universe streaming service.
It seems pointless. It seems pointless to me. It's why is this a thing? It's gonna be another thing. People are gonna. It looks like you're gonna have to pay for it. It's gonna be a thing. Like why? This seems like it should have just like if they want to make it a free website they can watch DC stuff on. Cool, but making an entirely new streaming website service seems stupid.
I would agree and disagree in some senses. I agree because it is. Do we really need another streaming service? I do agree. Why do we need another one? Or why not?
Because
They said
it's gonna be. They said it's gonna be a streaming service.
Yeah, I do find it interesting though that they're going to try and include every bit of DC media ever. This, from my understanding, includes comics as well as like the old Batman movies, the Batman '66 series, the Wonder Woman '77 series. I probably got the year wrong, but they're talking about putting not just original because one that was on there we didn't talk about because it didn't have a trailer yet is Doom Patrol was announced finally. Why we've never had a Doom Patrol series I never got. But
I don't know.
they're going to include original programming and they're going to be bringing back a bunch of the movies and series that we all seen as kids. So I can watch Static Shock, which is impossible to find.
Superhero Static Shock.
Or Batman Beyond. Or Batman Beyond, Batman the original series.
I mean, it's
Superman.
cool what it's gonna have in there. Everything I've heard from it, it's gonna be a new. It's basically gonna be a streaming service, and it's gonna be a premium streaming service that you have to pay for, and that just really annoys me.
Hear me out. What they should have done is because this is the company that owns DC is Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers just should have made a general streaming service for all of their original programming plus DC stuff. That's what they should have done. So if you're a fan of The Flash, our 1990 series, or a fan of the current Flash series, you can watch that or watch Riverdale. I think Riverdale is dumb, but some people like it. So there you go. they could have done a general Warner Brothers streaming service, and that would have made a lot more sense than just a DC streaming service.
That would have been better. I'd agree with you. That would have been better.
So I'm still actually considering getting the DC Universe streaming service only because of the original series. For some reason, I want to see Doom Patrol. I don't know why.
Doom Patrol.
X-Men before there was X-Men.
Doom Patrol.
Yep.
I want it to be. You know what? Doom Patrol. I want it to be I want it to be very 60s.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know if I want it to be Batman 66 Adam West 60s, but still pretty 60s.
All right, let's move on. Amazon wants its own Stranger Things. Found a director that they're gonna go a showrunner of a Swedish artist.
What's interesting to me is they're using the basis from a tabletop role-playing game as the basis for the series.
That could be cool.
Tales from the Loop. I guess it's a tabletop game, kind of like in the Call of Cthulhu type realm, where it's like supernatural oddities and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's in that general vein, that table, because the tabletop role playing game has that community that's like also technically the World of Darkness series is also part of technically.
True.
So they're pulling from that tabletop series as a general presence and then making it based off of it, which some people this may surprise, but we've been doing that. People have been doing that for many years. There's an anime from the 90s that was based off of it was some manga artist who played D&D back in the 80s, and they liked it so much they turned it into a series. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me.
I don't remember either.
Like, I know it exists. It looked pretty cool. It's very 90s anime, though. But it's not the first time that this has happened. So, who knows? We'll see how things work out. This could be interesting, because so far Amazon has not made anything I'm super excited about. Although...
Oh, you know what? Actually, Amazon did have something that I got super excited about.
What's that?
It has an anime series that I've been wanting to watch for a very long time, and I found out it actually has a couple other really good anime series. But I found out Amazon has a Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha, which was one of the Magical Girl series I've been wanting to sit and watch, and I found out they have it. So I've been watching it, and it's so good.
Yeah, I saw you live tweeting it the other couple days ago.
It is so good. Like it's probably one of the it's put it this way. The main character is basically the anti-Sailor Moon. She's, like, smart and competent.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's to hear.
And she's a redhead.
Huh. And I'm sure you're all in favor of that.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, I just recently found out that Amazon has, like, good anime on it. And I'm like, why have I been ignoring this?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's because it's Amazon.
Yeah. You're not a serious streaming service. Well... maybe you are.
We're just gonna slide this in here, and I'm like, wait a moment, what are you doing with that?
Damn it, Amazon, what are you doing over there? What did you put over there? Oh, hey, that looks decent.
Ooh.
Let's kind of move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm frothing at the mouth of this next part here.
Oh, no, don't froth at the mouth on this one. You know why?
Why?
It's a continuation.
No, I'm frothing out of the mouth out of happiness.
Oh, because when people froth, it's because they're angry.
I'm the other one. I'm like, I'm Homer frothing, if you will.
Oh, you're drooling.
Yeah, there we go. I'm drooling at this because not only is Patrick Stewart returning his role as Jean-Luc Picard, they're starting a new Next Generation series, and I might finally buy CBS All Access.
Right? Like, I'm all for Pat Stew being back in Star Trek, and I'm wondering what the story. It's either going to be because he's going to be older than he was, and it's going to take place after Next Generation.
Right.
I'm kind of hoping. I've heard somebody talk about it that of a want on making it. He's an instructor at Starfleet Academy, and the series taking place at Starfleet Academy.
Maybe at first, but I think that would get kind of boring after a while. If I were
Well, I'm wondering. I would like it to be kind of like Deep Space Nine.
Will they just kind of bottleneck into one area, more or less?
More or less, and Deep Space Nine was good.
All right, fair enough.
Deep Space Nine was really good, and so I'm wondering, it'd be cool if they did it like a Deep Space Nine, where it takes place in one location, and it's less them going to new locations and people coming to them.
I see. That's cool and all, but that was the exploration was one of the reasons why I love Star Trek, both original and Next Generation, was exploration. Because in every episode, even if there's an overarching storyline, you could still do something new. They could still go to a new planet, try new, meet a new culture. They could, I mean, with Prime Directive you can't, but you know what I mean.
I mean, but the thing for me is, like, honestly, Deep Space Nine is probably my second favorite Star Trek series after Next Generation.
Fair enough.
Because it was different, and it also explored, like, the character elements a lot more.
True. I mean, my second favorite was actually Enterprise. I know people got a lot of lukewarm. There was a lot of lukewarm ideas on it, but I actually liked it.
Also, Ben Sisko's a badass and doesn't take no flack from no one.
But yes, Patrick Stewart is returning, and I am super happy about this.
Other things that are returning, Simpsons season 30.
Yay! The series that won't die. Thankfully.
It will never die.
It will never die.
I'm hoping that they get to keep their great contract when they move to Disney, because their contract is a work of art.
Why do you say that?
Basically they took advantage. Okay, so when writing out the contract, James L. Brooks, who knows Hollywood, knows how shit works,
Right.
went up to the fresh and young execs at Fox and went, "Here's our contract," and Fox signed it. And I'm imagining James L. Brooks going, "Excellent," and then laughing evilly for 5 minutes, because basically their contract gives them, like, lets them do whatever they want.
Wow.
They're not allowed to get any kind of well, most shows, the, like, execs can go up to the showrunners and go, "No, we want you to do this, we want you to do that."
Right.
They are forbidden from doing that. The only thing that can do that is, like, censorship. People can go, "Hey, we can't show this because of censoring," but they can't, like, outright give notes.
Oh, wow.
It is a wonderful, beautiful contract that was
Disney's
ironclad.
You know Disney's not going to allow that, right? They'd like to control every facet of everything they do.
No, I'm wondering if it'll be grandfathered in as part of the deal. And part of the reason why Fox never fought it too much is the amount of money Simpsons brings in. So I'm wondering if Disney will just allow the contract to stay in just for the amount of money the Simpsons brings.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, I kind of doubt, if I'm going to be honest, only because it's Disney. But you never know. They've been making some pretty decent decisions lately regarding, you know, allowing people to be creative as far as their series go.
Yeah.
But the good news is that Tracy Morgan will be coming on for season 30.
That'd be cool.
Not just once, but they're talking a couple episodes. And
Yeah.
the guy's legitimately funny, so this will be interesting.
Oh, did I put that in comics? Why did I put that in comics? That should have been cartoons. Oh, well. Next thing on there, they've confirmed a Voltron character is gay. And it's not the one that people were expecting. It's the more manly character of Shiro. Have you been watching Voltron?
Nope.
It's really good, and they're going to be introducing his husband in the next season because they're going back to Earth, which also means I'll finally get my 15 vehicle car Voltron.
15 vehicle car Voltron.
Oh, also speaking of Voltron, the Lego Voltron set is on sale now.
Have you gotten it?
I have not, because it's like $200.
Ho!
Yeah, but it's huge, and Voltron Vehicle Force, Dairuger, Land, Air, and Sea Team. It's 15 vehicles, and it's basically the humans going, "Yeah, well, we can make our own giant robot too." Without your magics.
Jesus Christ, that's expensive. Sorry. Hold on, that's a cool concept and all, but $200, I'm like, no, never, ever.
Oh,
never.
Lego Voltron? But yeah, Lego Voltron is out. Season 7 of Voltron Legendary Defenders coming out soon. It reveals that Shiro is gay, he has a husband, and they're going back to Earth, and I really, really want them to do the 15 vehicle. I don't, you know what? Even if they do a thing where they hint at it, like we have these plans, I will be happy with that because, like, I love how ridiculous 15 vehicle car Voltron is.
That is pretty ridiculous, yes.
It's $179.99.
Oh.
I might actually get it at some point.
Oh boy, that's expensive. I'm sorry, I could never justify that to myself.
Actually, that's kind of cheap for a Lego set, especially one that's a Legos are expensive, dude.
Yeah, Brian, I am cheap by nature, and that nearly $200 Lego set better come with a foot massager at that price. At $179.99, they're damn well better be like a Wi-Fi producer at that price. I am not gonna go ahead and pay that.
I don't know.
For
I can go look at some. Let's go to the town ones, the Lego town sets.
No, like I believe you. I'm saying I'm too cheap to buy those sets. That's what I'm saying. I am way too cheap.
Oh, see, I wish I had the money to buy these sets because I would buy all these sets if I had the money for them.
I am way too damn cheap. I'm good. Fuck that.
Ooh, $9.99 Capitol building.
Man, these plastic sets are expensive.
But they're good quality though.
Brian, are you playing with them or are you just collecting them?
Same thing I do with everything. I'm collecting them. Of course I am. And I play with them on occasion.
Well, they should play with them.
They go on a shelf and I play with them on occasion.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. They're ending the Simpsons comic.
Yeah, which is sad. Bongo Comics is coming to an end.
If I'm going to be honest, I didn't know it was still going on.
Yeah, it's been going on for 25 years.
That's fucking nuts. Like, I knew they had one. I figured it ended in the early 2000s. I didn't know that was still a thing. I mean, it's not going to be anymore, obviously. But I didn't know that was still a thing.
Right?
Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of The Simpsons. I just didn't know that they had a still running comic series.
As a big Simpsons fan I am, I honestly haven't read a lot of the comics.
Yeah, well, because...
But what I've read's been fun.
Yeah. I mean, is there really a point to the comics when you have a show? Besides just you get to read... Speaking of comics, by the way, I got the Adventure Zone comic. Sorry, I still need to finish reading it. But no, I didn't know that this was still going on, and, like, what was the point of the comic if you had this show? Like, admittedly, getting the first couple seasons is kind of a bitch, because Fox has a, like, throttle on those for some reason. It's really hard to find them. You have the first couple seasons, don't you?
Of what?
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons? I have the first 20 seasons. No, 18, sorry.
Man, I wish I had the ability to get all those seasons. Like, the first...
And the movie.
Ooh, nice.
Season 19's not out yet, and the season 20 DVD it was just the episodes, none of the special features, and it came out for like the 20th anniversary. So it doesn't really count.
Do you think one of these days, if we're ever at Comic-Con, I'm going to pull a bender and ask Matt Groening whenever they're going to work on the next Simpsons movie?
You should. Also ask him for his autograph and see if he misspells it.
Ooh.
Because if he misspells it, it means he misspells his name for people he doesn't care for, he doesn't like.
Oh.
Or people who, like, annoy him into the autograph.
Right.
Which is great.
Try to get value out of that, damn it. Sad thing is, if I were to get that, even if it was misspelled, I knew that he signed it, so I would be happy with that.
Exactly.
It's not about the money. I am a legitimate fan. We got really off topic. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Mega Man is getting a new cartoon.
Super fighting robot.
Yeah, yay?
Mega Man, super fighting robot.
I mean, I want to say yay, but I mean, which several iterations of Mega Man are we getting? That was my question.
Mega Man, super fighting robot. That's the version we're getting.
That's a very broad term, my friend.
Cartoon Network. Mega Man Fully Charged. It looks like it's its own universe. So like Mega Man Network or whatever was its own universe. Or
Yeah.
the new animated Mega Man series focuses on a normal, upbeat schoolboy robot who discovers that deep within his programming lies secret protocols that can transfer him into the powerful Mega Man. And as the world's first robotic superhero, Mega Man must face threats of Silicon City while trying to preserve his secret identity and maintain a regular robot boy life. Oh boy!
What the hell did you just read off? What is this? What are we? What is all this? What is this show? Sorry.
For a more traditional experience, Mega Man 11 will be released on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC in October.
Okay, cool about the game. No, legitimately. But for the rest of this, what the fuck?
Well, don't you know he's just a normal robot boy in a normal robot town?
That's the
And he'll become Mega Man, the super fighting robot.
What is the point? What is it? What about Dr. Light, Wily, and what is this? All this shit.
Well, what's going to happen is Dr. Light's actually being the god of this universe, and they'll be like, praise Light, we need to go to Dr. Light Church later.
Oh, so it's Robot Shazam. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm annoyed by this. Because they could make a legitimately good Mega Man series, but I guess aimed towards adults now, or not adults,
Super
but
fighting
kids.
robot. Mega Man.
These next two we've already covered.
Cannon Brawly. Brawly Cannon. Brawly's Cannon. Blah blah blah. Shows some of his designs. They're kind of. It's basically what we're getting in the show is what his designs are, and it's like, yeah, cool.
Let's go and move on. You've labeled this under video games.
Because it's a video game tie-in. But Evo's going on right now, and I didn't realize it. And I'm like, I wasn't paying attention. I could have been watching people play fighting games.
Yep.
But there's a live-action Uncharted short film with Nathan Fillion as Nathan Drake, and it was good.
It's good.
But Nathan Fillion's too old.
I'm actually okay with this. If I'm gonna be honest, the only thing my only comment is, as much as I liked Fillion in that role, I always feel that like Chris Pratt would have fit the character better.
Especially age-wise. Like, if this was 10 years ago, Nathan Fillion hand down, but now I think it'd be better if like a younger actor plays Nathan Drake.
I'm actually okay with Nathan Fillion playing Nathan Drake, because this could be between 3 and 4.
That could be true.
So I'm actually okay with this. The only thing is, like, body build wise, they don't look alike, because Nathan Drake has like a normal athletic build, and Nathan Fillion looks like he should be playing every buff superhero in any movie ever, because that's how big the guy is naturally. I mean,
but it was 15 minutes. Didn't really tell us much. There was like a gunfight, but
I mean, it was good though. I thoroughly enjoyed this fan film. It was a fan film, by the way, everyone. But the director of the fan film has already received some emails about it. So
interesting.
Yeah, maybe we'll see something in the future about this.
That'd be nifty. Yeah. Moving on. Todd Howard says if you're tired of Skyrim ports, stop buying them.
See,
and he has a point.
He has a point, but here's the thing, Todd Howard. I bought one game, one Skyrim, and since then you have released it on everything, including your spoons.
Oh man, the spoon! You gotta play the spoon version. It's the best. It's literally the best version.
Well, I'm on the fork version at the moment. I'm going through the.
The fork version was all right, but no, the spoon version's where it's at.
I just can't get past the controls of the spoon version. The fork version, it really feels like that's where it's at.
Oh, once you get used to this, it takes about a minute to get used to the controls, but once you're used to the controls, it's very intuitive.
All right, I'll give the spoon version a chance. I mean, it can't be worse than the knife version. Jeez.
Oh, the knife version was terrible.
Yeah. Whew. That bad joke brought to you by Todd Howard.
No, we may have inspired him to make done.
Damn it. Great. Now we're gonna get the Alexa version. Oh jeez. I mean, he has a point, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know. Is there still demand for Skyrim? Is there something I'm missing? I bought Skyrim
No, there's a
once.
demand for the next one. People want the next next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, because like I bought Skyrim once, and I've never bothered to re-buy it again in any other platform. Admittedly, I'm on the PC Master Race for this one, so I can do whatever the hell I want with it.
Oh yeah, you gotta go PC Master Race on this one.
The mods are so much better with the PC. The consoles have mod support now.
Yup.
But no, I'm good. I mean, he has a point, but I don't feel like I think he's overestimating how much of a demand there is for Skyrim at the moment.
Yup.
Let's go with the next one. They're releasing a new game for the Famicom.
Oh yeah, they're releasing a new version of Battle Kid for the Famicom. Well, they do this on occasion. They're acting like, oh, they're releasing a cartridge for an old game. Okay, I go to a retro game expo every year, and they're constantly releasing games for like old cartridges.
Yeah.
As a joke or a tie-in. But what makes Battle Kid amazing? One of my favorite things about Battle Kid is it led to one of the biggest breakdowns in Game Grumps.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically. No. What it was is, okay, so I don't know if you watch Game Grumps or not, but Aaron Hansen was playing the game. He was fighting, like, I think he got to the final boss, and he was fighting the final boss, and he died, and he was getting all upset, and he's angry, and then, like, the other guy walks in, goes like, hey, you got this, man, you're gonna do this, and then he selects quit instead of continue, on accident.
Oh, fuck.
And this is an old NES game with no save spots.
Yeah. Hey, kids. There was a time back in the origins of gaming where if we didn't have save options. This is one of those games where you didn't have save options. So if you quit, you had to start back from the beginning.
It was one of the biggest. The breakdown was art. Just how angry he got. And he got legit upset.
I do not blame him. If you've been working at that for several hours and then you accidentally hit quit, I would be like, I'm done. I'm done. I am fucking done. I'm good.
So this game getting a re-release is amazing.
Yes. Jeez. It's still weird though. Okay, now is this gonna apply to the not Super Nintendo, but original Nintendo as well, or just the Famicom?
It'd be cool if we get a regular Nintendo version.
Yeah. Let's go
for that.
Let's go and move on to the next one. Fixing a typo in Aliens Colonel Marines makes the game better.
Oh yeah, apparently the problem of the aliens not being able to see you and all that other stuff was because there was a typo in the INI file.
You think someone would have caught that before release.
Right? The game's still not good with the fix, but it's like a billion times better.
Huh.
Like they'll actually it becomes an actual game. But yeah, there was a typo. It was a very minor typo, and it wasn't one of those typos where like I think it was one of those things where like let's see if it says what it was. Let's see what it says of what it was. Blah blah blah. Spelling error in the game's INI file. Oh, why did you move? Okay. Game's INI file. Class remapping. Game. Blah blah blah. Attach pawn to tether. They misspelled it. It's supposed to be TEATHER. They misspelled it as TETHER.
This seems like an easy thing to fix, and
it can be fixed at home. If you bought that game and were disappointed and it's just sitting in there, go fix your INI file It's just search for just look it up. You can find it. It's super easy to fix.
Mm-hmm.
But because INI files can be changed by anybody.
Right.
And basically now the monsters will follow you. Basically, the monsters had no um artificial intelligence until this is basically what gives them AI.
All right. So it fixes the AI.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next one then. In the week of, I think you understand. You know the story better than I do. Go ahead and get into this one.
Oh yeah, the thing with the arena. So you mentioned last time on here about the ArenaNet catastrophe where they fired the lady for basically defending herself, and people are just awful. And this goes back with the James Gunn thing of God damn it, people, why are you so awful? A lot of companies, these people are trying to do this with other companies now. And now companies are basically stepping back and going, "Oh shit, we probably should change our policies." And the big one was they started relieving complaint forms that had like insert female name here in them. So yeah. And you get people complaining that like, oh, what was it you get people complaining that like it's morally wrong to have a trans person working at making games and stuff like that because people are just awful and I hate them.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you gotta be such assholes, people? Why do you have to be, assholes?
This episode's gone on way too long already. I don't want to get into it too much because we got way more on there. There is another one on. I did post another one on here that I'm also not going to get into too much, but it basically explores why there are so many toxic men in gaming, and this goes very much with the what we were just talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and continue then, because we got a lot still more to go over.
There's a Witcher tabletop game coming out soon.
From the looks of it, it's going to be a tabletop role-playing game like Dungeons and Dragons. And for anybody who's wanted to play a Witcher over the years in their D&D campaign, this is good. I am one of those people.
Yeah, I'd be down for it. I'd at least play it.
Yeah, it's I don't want to say it's like dark fantasy because it's not really dark, but it's just like your grittier fantasy series, if you will. Not quite, not Tolkien, but definitely not like C.S. Lewis.
I don't know. C.S. Lewis gets pretty dark.
I meant how sparkly everything is, but yeah, that works too. How like bright and encouraging all of the Chronicles of Narnia is.
Well, it's because the Chronicles of Narnia is literally the Bible.
Yeah, true enough. The next one here, I have another bit of news here with all the rest of these as well, but what's this? Magic the Gathering is an unfortunate victim of the USC.
No, Magic the Gathering. You know those trade wars. Our great and wonderful president, who I absolutely hate and I wish he would die. Comrade Trump is having a dick-waving contest with Canada and causing tariffs with Canada. The thing is a lot of people for WotC, Wizards of the Coast, are from Canada. Like, I've done work with WotC, and like half the guys doing that stuff are Canadian. But the company is like right on the Canadian border.
Right.
And so it's going to have a bunch of Canadians there, and now it's causing problems.
This is dumb. I mean, I'm not want to get too much into the politics of it, but these tariffs on our allies makes no fucking sense.
It doesn't. We're praising our enemies and raising tariffs on our allies. Like, God damn it, I hate our president. He is the worst.
And then the next one, on the good side of Magic, is that somebody opens up a
That was so cool. So if you don't know, they were doing a pro tour in some Asian country. I'll have to look it up real quick. Give me a second. I'm blah blah blah. In Chiba, the Grand Prix in Chiba, they were doing a draft with like unopened like alpha classic cards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody drew a fucking Black Lotus.
Which is an amazing draw. And
That is, if you don't know, go ahead. Do you want to explain the Black Lotus to people?
The Black Lotus is a part of a set called the Power of 9, which basically, once you have, makes you win the game. That's the short version. The quicker version is that the Black Lotus card is worth $28,000.
It is the most. It's basically the card that is worth the most.
Yeah.
In Magic, period.
It's a ridiculous cost, but you can get so much money out of it. Like if I were that person, even if I didn't win that tournament, I got a Black Lotus, so I won ultimately.
Yeah, you win. You're done. You're done. You don't need to.
You can walk away from that tournament and you'd be fine. So
Yeah,
yes, that's an amazing draw.
Oh yeah, it's no joke. Like the card, the card to get.
The other bit of good news, because we were talking about Wizards of the Coast, they in their continuing efforts to merge universes they probably should have done years ago.
Did I not forget that? Oh shit!
They've announced the a Ravnica DM's Dungeon Master's Guide for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Which is cool.
Yeah. And also, why have they not done that sooner? That really seems like they shouldn't have, something they could have done back in 3rd edition. But
right,
leaving that alone, it's a really cool concept.
Because they didn't have a ton of money and they didn't have this big player support that 5th edition has for some weird reason.
It's getting an increase because of shows like Stranger Things. We're getting a lot of like, new D&D players into the mix. And then by extension, other tabletop games, you know. But it is really interesting that they're finally doing their crossover. Because I remember last year they also announced...
I actually was part of I was helping people work on a fan-made Ravnica.
Nice.
So, like, no, that was back in high school.
Right.
So, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that wasn't on the list, but I saw that and I was like, that's super exciting. We also, in a lesser extent, but still pretty cool, we're also singing the Dungeon Master's Guide for Eberron. So,
which is cool, because Eberron was a great... I like the Eberron world.
Yeah, same here. Next bit here is that a Kickstarter board game was canceled after plagiarism scandals.
Oh, yeah, so I was looking at that earlier. A board game Kickstarter was canceled. Like, they took art from other games and a bunch of other stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. Even the plagiarism allegation didn't extend to manual and rules. Like, the rules and manual were entire sections of the manual text being lifted word for word. The logo of was ripped off from Foxtail's company logo is ripped off from Mozilla Firefox. Like, they are the same image.
Oh, wow.
Like, they stole all their stuff from, like, other ones.
Hey, like, I get it. It's hard to get a hold of artists, but you guys probably could have worked at that a bit better, just saying. May just be me.
Yeah.
And let's see, what's this next one? I'm sure this next bit you're interested in here.
Sorry, give me a second. Oh yeah, the toy pit. Alright, let's go jump into this real quick. Not as crazy as last year's toys. There's a Marvel Studios 10 Years Red Skull and Tesseract, some new Ninja Turtles toys, some Legos, a Lego Cowboy Deadpool, a retro Bumblebee, which, it's movie Bumblebee, but still it's the retro Camaro.
Right.
some really cool unmasked SH Figure Arts unmasked green and red Power Rangers, and it's Jason and Tommy, and not the Zoo Ranger versions.
Right.
Some Funko Pops, a 5-pack set of Defenders figures, a Guillermo del Toro action figure.
Sorry. He's a legitimately good director, but that's funny to see that he has an action figure now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. An Infinity Gauntlet.
Ooh.
Toy. Some high detailed Ninja Turtle, but they're based on the movie Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Diorama 4-pack. Oh, and probably I think the best. Well, one of the. No, I'm gonna give that one last. A mini Paw Voltron figure that's like can be the lions in there. So it has the lions in there, movable and posable, and the Voltron is movable and posable.
Nice.
A 4-wolf moon. You know the 4-wolf moon shirt, right? It
No.
became a meme, and it's basically a shirt with 4 wolves on it, and they basically made a meme about how it makes you better. But it's the Golden Girls.
No. Nice.
No, the best thing to come out of Comic-Con this year is a He-Man laughing Prince Adam. That's a reference to that.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he even has a swaddle head that does the face, the laughing face. I said, hey, what's going on? But yeah, it's a He-Man, Prince Adam one that's a reference to that.
Nice. Nice.
And yeah, and the best part is the head, and like the image they're showing is an image of the toy put up to the background, and it's pretty much that shot of the video.
Right.
Oh,
Nice.
it's so great.
Nice. All right.
But that's toys. Comic-Con always has some good toys, so I wanted to bring that up. Science has found has found more water on Mars. A large body of water on Mars is detected.
Sweet.
Liquid water.
Yeah. I have nothing really to say about that. That's just awesome. We show water on Mars, liquid water.
Yeah. Like that's so cool.
Now, this next one, I don't know anything about this, so you're gonna have to correct me.
So the new books
Mm-hmm.
that are canon,
Mm-hmm.
since things got erased, things aren't canon anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So the Uzon Vong got erased. The Uzon Vong, they're basically introduced a new alien race that's basically the Uzon Vong in the new Thrawn book. And so basically the Uzon Vong are back, but they go by a different name now.
Okay, now for those of us who may not know about that, so me to start off with, what is the Yuzon Vong?
They were these outer world creatures, these alien race from outside the universe.
Mm-hmm.
It was heavily hinted at, and a lot of people surmise that the Emperor knew about it, and actually all his super weapons he was making was to help defend against the Uzon Vong.
Oh, okay.
They are immune to the Force,
Well, shit.
and everything they have and do is like techno-organic.
Yeah.
They are like a lot of people didn't like them, but I thought they were super cool.
Yeah.
Because they have this techno-organic thing, they splice and they like modify people and stuff, and add like so Darth they use like the Orbalisk armor and stuff that like Darth Bane uses.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that they do. But yeah, the Grisk are the new one of them. They showed up in the new book. It's to be seen if they will come back.
Right.
Or if they'll make as a big of impact as the Uzon Vong, because the Uzon Vong basically like wrecked shit before they got beaten.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Disney Fox merger confirmed.
At this point, we're the only thing not owned by Disney. I mean,
I'd be owned by Disney.
oh,
Hey
Harold
Disney,
Rock-
I'm willing to sell the rights to Geekus Speakus if you give me an annual pass to Disneyland or any Disney park, if I can show up whenever I want.
Wow, that is a really specific and low standard you would take to give up the show.
Hey, do you know how much? No, I want like full access. I want like hotel and stuff too.
I mean, you're saving a lot of money, but it still seems rather low. I mean, we're not worth a lot. The show's not worth a lot, obviously, but
If that's worth more than our show is worth.
I mean, give him. But it seems like a low ball in the. We'll give up the entirety of the show for.
I mean, do you know how much it is to go to Disneyland these days?
Fucking expensive is what it is.
Exactly. Do you know how much money I would say? And you know what? Letting people buy my pass off of me for days at a time. Our pass off of us. If you want to give your friend our pass and have them pay us maybe a couple bucks here and there, we'll be making money.
So what I'm hearing is you primarily just want to live out of the Disney hotel.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give you
I
that.
mean,
If I'd move back to California, if it was I could live in the Disney hotel full time, without
Right?
without paying money. So I'll
like,
give
I
you
want
that.
full access. I want, like, to be able to get, like, room service or eat at any of the restaurants.
Yeah, all expenses paid. That's what I'm hearing. Anything Disney. But yeah, Disney is buying out Fox. Does that mean that Dr. Frankenfurter is a Disney princess?
Hell yeah, it is.
Well, there you go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. For the was it 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park, somebody in London raised a 25-foot tall naked Jeff Goldblum.
Jolf Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum, yes. That's our Swedish Jurassic Park knockoff, Jeff Goldblum.
All hail King Jolf.
This is Jolf Goldblum in our Jurassic Park knockoff, Mesozoic Fjord. We'll call it Mesozoic Fjord.
Mesozoic Fjord.
This is our Mesozoic.
I am
Fjord.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jolf
Life finds a way.
Goldblum. I gotta say Jolf. We don't want him to copyright issues. This is terrible of me. I made a mistake. Everyone with the
He's our god. Jeff Goldblum is now our god.
yes.
So let's continue. Let's finish this up. McDonald's Japan got in trouble because they did a roast beef burger that didn't have real roast beef on it.
What was it made of then?
Processed and reformed meat.
When did they turn into
It
America?
looks like ham.
Ooh. When did
No, see, this is in America because America knows their actually, they would probably just pull an Arby's and do whatever Arby's puts on their sandwich. America, why don't you have a roast beef burger? Why don't you, America, Pizza Huts? Why don't you have the cheeseburger pizza?
Why don't we have the Mega Mac? Why isn't poutine more prevalent in America?
Oh my god, poutine is the best thing to come out of Canada.
Poutine sounds like an American thing. It's cheese and gravy over French fries. That sounds American.
Right?
When I found out about it, it's like, wait, we already don't have this? This sounds like something we would do. Whenever you got the donut burger, I was like, yeah, that sounds American. What would I thought about
the Luthor? A donut burger is actually called a Luthor.
Ah.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but but I've had them before. They're good. There's a food truck I've been to that does a donut burger. Well, they do what's called a unicorn burger, and it's great. So it's a donut. It's on a donut, right? And the maple glaze. It's a maple glaze. It's not maple glaze. It's a glazed donut, so that adds to it. But the burger itself is unicorn meat, which is basically beef and bacon mixed together into the burger patties. It's good. Hey, when you come to Portland, I'm gonna have you try it.
You could have the rest. You could have the rest.
No, it's really good. Believe me.
I'll take one bite and I'm done forever.
Oh no! See, it's surprisingly good. People expect, oh, it's gonna be gross. No, it's not.
I'll never understand people's fascinations of mixing salt and sweet and savory.
Really? Sweet and savory is amazing.
Like chicken and waffles, bacon, syrup.
Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! Chicken and waffles is delicious.
I'm good.
Have you ever had it?
Yes.
It's delicious.
I don't fucking get it.
Ah, waffle window. Waffle window. Waffle window does bake a great bacon and waffles. I love bacon and waffles.
Sorry, I've done the chicken and waffle, and I just sweet and savory mixtures I never get.
See, I love sweet and savory.
Like maple bacon or maple sausage. Why do you do this to your taste palate?
Oh, it's so good. You're wrong. You're factually wrong.
I am factually correct. The rest of the world agrees with me, sir. It is a weird.
No, the rest of the world agrees with me.
No, the rest of the United States agrees with you.
Yeah, well, the rest of the United States is wrong.
Wait, but they agree with you.
No, they. Wait, what?
They said that the rest of the United States agrees with you.
Oh yeah, no, because they're right, but you're wrong.
Ugh. I'm good. On that note, let's go ahead and finish up. Ugh. Maple bacon. And then
Maple bacon's good.
You can't get that smell out of your house for like 3 days after we're cooking it. It's like fish, but worse.
Yeah.
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 I get that in my clothes. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Thank you for...
Oh, I got one more thing.
Oh?
Maple bacon. I just want to say that a friend of mine passed away this last week, and he was in a car accident. Well, he got hit by a car, had severe brain damage. He was actually about to be released from the hospital. He was never going to be 100% again, but they were going to discharge him and he was going to be in like one of those homes. And he had a massive seizure and passed.
He will be missed. Does his family have
they do have a GoFundMe. I can get to you. Let me find that real quick. But he left his wife a young child. But yeah, Tony Elliott, you are a goblin that'll be missed.
Rest in peace. Wow.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and find the GoFundMe real quick. But yeah, ending on it's kind of a sad note. Rest in peace, buddy. But I guess if you need anything, we are on Twitter. We are on the Facebooks.
Yep. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it is at Geekus Speakus for the main. Or if you want to follow Brian, where can they follow you at?
I am at Arxist.
Yep.
And my username is Bees the Sea.
Bees the Seas. Or you can find us on at Geekus Speakus with the username Geekus Speakus. Or follow me, and that'd be pointless. I'm never on it, but you can. Just look for Dean. I'm also on Twitter. Yes, right. Search all of Twitter for me specifically. I'm sure I'm the only Dean on there.
Yep, he's the only Dean there.
Only Dean in all of Twitter. That's it. No other Deans.
But you're mostly on. If they really want to talk to you, they'll probably just use Geekus Speakus.
Yeah, just go ahead and use at Geekus Speakus. I'm on there pretty much every day, even if I don't post anything. I'm pretty much on.
All right. Sending you the link to the GoFundMe on Discord real quick. But that's their GoFundMe. But yeah, their family it's just kind of sad and. But yeah.
If you want to support it, go to GoFundMe.com/Tony039-fight. Of course,
Yeah,
we'll post it. Of
Twitter
course.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll tweet it. But he's living behind a family and probably an unfortunate amount of medical bills with the way medical system works in the United States. So.
Yeah, that's gonna be true.
But let's go ahead and end it because we're already doing this on an hour note. So if you want to find us, if you can. If you want to message us at gspeakus@gmail.com, feel free to do so.
Yep.
But well, let's go ahead and end it like we do every week. My name is Dean.
And I'm Brian.
Have a good night, everyone.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode. If you like our show, you can stay up to date on our social media accounts. You can follow us at facebook.com/Geekus Speakus or on Twitter at Geekus Speakus. If you want, you can also email us at gspeakus@gmail.com. And, of course, you can also find us on Tumblr, which we haven't used in quite a few months. But the good news is you can find us on pretty much every platform now. So Google Play, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on pretty much everything, wherever else you get your podcasts. We appreciate your patience with our brief hiatus. Like I said, I had family visiting, and Brian had some stuff he had to deal with as well. So we just kind of had to work with what we had. So we appreciate that, everyone. We really do. Speaking of people I appreciate, I would like to thank the band The Spinwires for their song, The Girls Like You. You can find them on Bandcamp for the newest album. We can also like to thank Tom for his awesome logo design. And thank you everyone for listening. Have a good night.